I'll get rid of this black bit, but it adds to the suspense. Hey, hello Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all right today. I hope you're all right. I'd like to begin as usual by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land from where I'm streaming today, the Wallamadigal people of the Eora Nation. Pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging, and recognise that sovereignty was never ceded, always was and always shall be Aboriginal land. And I find that phrase difficult to come out of my mouth. I always bugger it up, but I got it right this time. Always was and always shall be. It's not that hard, is it? And furthermore, a big Salaam alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Eid Mubarak, brothers and sisters all over the world. I hope your Ramadan was fulfilling, and onward we go for the rest of the year until the next one. Anyway, there we go. Don't know why I had the Aboriginal flag up for that bit. It's woke-tastic. Anyway, we've got a bit of football news today before I get to the chat. Well. Champions League news today. And I was up bright and early, started work at 3 a.m. today because I got the cars in at the mechanic, getting the windscreen wipers done, and I was praying a lot for no rain. And a miracle or coincidence, it didn't rain. It's still not raining, so you know. But as I was driving around, I was keeping one eye out on the scores, and it was looking good there for a minute. But unfortunately, no. Real Madrid 3, Manchester City 3, and Arsenal 2, Bayern Munich 2. Yeah, it's not very good, is it? I know. I suppose we got a little vested interest in maybe them getting through to the next round for 5th place, but I'm not really into all that rubbish, you know. It's supposed to be UEFA, not Eurovision. Bloody hell. Can't get the staff these days. Anyway, that'll do. That's enough of that. Let's get to the chat. Alrighty, folks. Alrighty. So I've got a couple of hours to kill. Before anything happens today. Picking the car up allegedly at midday. Alrighty. Let's get myself in the clouds. There we go. All right, George. Morning, George. Member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Thanks for your support, man. Morning, Paul. Hope you're okay after that heated debate with Jacob and Kuva the other day. What were we on about? What was it? Oh, ranking players. I know. High-stakes stuff, man. High-stakes stuff. I know. Things got a bit out of hand. You might have noticed. I haven't been on Jacob's stream since. And, you know, I think there was a bit of blood spilt there. Such low stakes, isn't it? You know, it's low stakes. I mean, who cares? It's not like this, is it? You know, it's none of that happening. So it was good fun stream. That was good fun stream. Hey, Osarian, morning, man. Morning, Paul and Hippies. I hear there's some Broncos injuries. I just saw that flash up. I don't know if it's like important injuries for you or not. But we're not having the best of seasons so far, are we? I'm sure you'll get over your little slump. We won't. Bloody Illawarra Steelers. A bit late for your Matildas v Mexico watch-along. Oh, is that happening, is it? Oh, we're currently 1-0 up after 20 minutes played. Definitely playing better as a unit compared to Mexico so far. Is it on telly? Let's have a look here. Australia, Mexico. Of course. Google just doesn't read my mind. Women's football. There we go, 1-0. More about this game. Can I watch it? Can I ask? Where are you watching it, man? Is it on SBS or something like that? Hang on, I'm going to investigate here. If it's on SBS. Oh, it's too hard, isn't it? Too hard. What's on? TV and radio guide. No. No. Ah, well. Keep us posted, Yusarian. Oh, I've just dropped my phone, but it's charged. It's charged because I was driving around, so it's 100 meaty% today. Faz Radfire, the Oracle, the man from the future who guessed the result right on the weekend. I saw you pointing it out to me, Faz. Big up, Paul. Hope you're well. Once again, my prediction was spot on. And Kane scored at Woolwich again. It was a penalty, wasn't it? Saw that penalty. Yeah, well, let's hope they can get the job done in Bayern. I see old Eric Dyer's been gobbing off about Spurs again. Just be quiet. And he's knocking on Gareth Southgate's door. Pick me, pick me. You know it's going to happen. You know we're going to pick him. Bang go the Euros. Morning, Ren. Morning, Ren. How are you? Hope you're all right. Oh, here's some football royalty. Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff, who inspired probably the best performance out of Glenn Hoddle in a match in Europe. Johan Cruyff, the fan of Spurs. Hippie, that's it, man. Johan Cruyff, of course, learned everything he knows about football from Vic Buckingham, an ex-Spurs player who went over to Europe and brought the Tottenham brand of total football to Ajax and Barcelona. So no Tottenham, no Ajax, no Barcelona, no Manchester City, no nothing, no football. Johan Cruyff, Eid Mubarak, thank you very much, brother. Same to you. Oh, here we go. Maybe we didn't cross swords quite enough. Kuva says, don't play with fireworks. And big up, Paul. I hope you don't hold any grudges after that sound thrashing we gave you on Jacobs. No quarter was given, I know. It's like Rocky against Clubber Lang. That's what we're talking about, wasn't it? I still got the... There we go. There, it was all lights out, wasn't it? There's all that happening. God, that rings a while. Very sonorous. James Paratrooper, g'day, man. Hi, Paul. I'm watching the Dodgers game. Oh, how many hours to go of that? What, 10? And the greatest athlete of all time, Shohei Ohtani. I saw this goat play around with a football, and he was great. The man is a giant 6'5". Blimey, could have been a striker. Yeah, I'm a bit weird who I support in the baseball because I kind of like the Dodgers and the Giants, which is a bit weird. I suppose if I had to pick one, I'd go Dodgers because I have been to see them. And following Kuva's law of first crowd you hear live, that would have to make me a Dodgers fan. So who did they play? I've seen them twice. They came and played in Sydney a few years ago, and then I saw them at Dodgers Stadium. It was good fun. Good fun. Good day out. Oh, I just saw a message from Usarian. 10 play. I might... do I dare risk putting up... Oh, look, I can have it on my phone, can't I? Have I got the app? Will it ask me to log out? This is the Matildas. 10 play. I have got the app on my phone. And I can get the Bluetooth connected so you can't hear it, but I can. Do, 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 do. Oh, hang on. Oh, there it is. It's back. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. The mixing desk rebooted. It's when I connected the phone to it. That's weird. Oh, well, it looks like I'm back now anyway. Do my buttons still work? I know the sounds will. Yeah, okay. No, the MIDI buttons don't work. All right, never mind. And the app's crashed. So, well, I tried Matilda's. Anyway, Paul G. Hello, Paul G. Evening, Paul. 1:30 a.m. here. Just checking in and going to bed soon. Yeah, well, get some nice Zeds. All the best and come on, you Spurs. That's right, man. That's right. You know what? When I was setting up this morning and I thought, why am I getting a load of static on my microphone? What's up with it? Why is there a load of static? And it was my beard. It's uncontrollable. You're sorry, I'm watching Tim play. Yeah, I just tried, man. And it's just everything just shat itself. So, Ren, your anti-Illawarra Steelers rhetoric, Paul. I know. They ruined the Dragons. Ruined it. Get out. Ronald M. Evening all or whatever. Yeah, we're all around the planet here. I just got into bed. Well, it's nice to know. One of the Derricks is in. Hello, Derek. Nice video you made. Oh, well, we will see. We will see if I have an excuse to use it. Thanks, man. Sometimes when I do little things for the channel, I upload it for the members to give them a sneaky peek and it's a way of me testing it as well. Well worth your money, eh? Well worth your money. Apart from my best wishes, you don't get anything else apart from that. Paul G just watched Talk Sport and didn't know Vinnie Jones was a Spurs fan. Was he? I'll tell my Vinnie Jones story again. It was probably, I don't know, 86 or 87, something like that. And we were playing at Plough Lane against Wimbledon. And I was right near the corner flag. And Vinnie Jones was taking a corner. And I would have been, I don't know, 13, 14, something around that. Not a man yet anyway. But I thought I was. And I shouted something at Vinnie Jones. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I have a feeling there was a in there somewhere. Probably something like you something like that, something distasteful. And he just turned and looked at me and the look on his face was like, and this was before Cantona did his kung fu kick. He looked like he was going to just rip my head off, and I almost fainted, man. The blood just ran out of my face. I think I even mouthed, sorry, to him. I just completely fucking shat myself. But he didn't come over and punch my head off. Just took the corner. And I think we won the game anyway. So, Vinny. But he's a Spurs fan. I didn't know that. Johan Cruyff, the fan of Spurs. What's your prediction on Tottenham versus Newcastle? It's going to be utter revenge for last year. It's going to be 6-1 at Spurs. That's what it's going to be. I don't know, man. Look, Newcastle are having their struggles this year. It's funny old game football, isn't it? They were all set to trip the light fantastic this year, and it just hasn't panned out. They've had injuries. So have we. But we've got perhaps a better manager. So I don't know, man. I think we're going to win. I hope I don't know how the Tottenham supporters are going to get up and see the game at midday kickoff or something like that. I mean, that's crazy. Trains are on strike, or I don't know, police worried about a bit of biff or something. I don't know. Dear, oh dear. Arsene Lubin, hey, yo, Paul, didn't expect such a late stream. Yeah, no, just off the road for a few hours. So, I did 5 hours work this morning, dropped the car off. Hopefully I'll be picking it up at 12 and do a bit more later. But I thought, don't want to sit here twiddling my twat. I'll do a stream. I hope everything's well. Yes, Arsenal drew at home at Bayern. Yeah, they were down though, weren't they? They were down in that game. It's a shame. Hopefully there were a few injuries. That's what I want, a few injuries. Bit of mayhem. But maybe it's put a little seed of doubt in there. But they came from behind, so they're going to be all full of shit, aren't they? Ugh. Ah, well, what can you do? Ronald M. Didn't know Leslie Phillips was Spurs fan. Hello. Yeah, he is. Yeah. I remember a while ago I searched for clips of where Leslie Phillips was talking about Spurs, and I couldn't find much. But one thing I did find was, and I suppose this would be about from 15, 20 years ago, and he was asked, how do you think, what's the best Spurs team you've ever seen and all this sort of stuff. And he said, well, I don't really worry about that too much. I just like to cheer the boys on today. And I thought, what a cool thing to say. What a cool thing to say. Hello. First crowd I saw live was the Wollongong Wolves, back when Chipperfield played for them. That's all arcane knowledge to me, but hopefully I'm not on mute anymore. I'm not on mute still, am I? No, no, my desk rebooted for no reason. Hey, it's Phil Army. Where is he? Phil Army. Phil Army. Come on, you fantastic Spurs. Yes. Come on, you Super Spurs. Arsenal Luton, it'd be a tough game, but not too tough considering all their injuries. I hate how early the kickoff is. I know, it's ridiculous, man. But it's good for me because it's at like 9:30 p.m, which is easy. I can't remember the last time I had a kickoff so easy. I'll be able to have a nice day at work, come home, have some dinner, faff around a bit, put the telly on, watch the game, do a live watch along, and then go to bed at a normal time. It's like, wow, good old Tottenham. Especially since I work late into the night on Friday. Well, it's a bummer for people over there. It really is. I don't know. It's crazy. Bring back 3 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon. It used to work brilliantly. Reading out the scores at halftime over the tannoy. Hey, boo. Now there's no mystery, is there? Because everyone just, even if the kickoffs are all at the same time, everyone's looking at that. There's a bloody match going on over here. Everyone's just doing that, like rock concerts. You pay, well, like when I saw Paul McCartney a few years ago, the tickets weren't cheap. Not that I'm complaining, it was well worth it. But everyone's paying hundreds of dollars just to watch it on their phone. They're just doing that. Like they'll upload it to social media and no one will give a shit, will they? You might as well just watch the bloody watch the concert. Be there. George says Saka's leg seemed to have a mind of its own, apparently. What happened there? I'm unaware. I might have to watch highlights at some stage. I don't know. Here we go. Another famous Spurs fan. Yes, Bob Marley is a Tottenham fan. There's a good video of Ozzy Ardiles and someone else talking about Bob Marley. Who was it? Ozzy. It wasn't Ledley, was it? No. But, yeah, so it was good because they were Bob Marley fans and as well at Tottenham. But they never, sadly, they didn't get a chance to meet him because he passed away. But, yeah. You're sorry. And one thing is for certain, Paul, your beard's never on mute. No. Can you see? It was a mysterious sound. James Paratroop, I met Charles Bronson. Which one? I hope it was the actor in an elevator with my older brother. Charles came from humble means and was a World War II combat veteran. He was a true hero on and off the screen. Okay, all right, we're all right. Thinking you might be connected, man, or something, John Wayne was a fraud. I was never a big John Wayne fan. Nah. But no, John Wayne didn't do it for me. I mean, he was quite big, I suppose, when I was a kid. But I remember he went through this phase of flogging like copper bracelets that he said, it's great for I can't do a John Wayne. Yeah, no, I can't, forget it. It's great for arthritis or something. So I don't know what happened to him. Oh, there goes the beard again on the beard. I have to crunch. There we go. Turn that like that. There we go. Paul Brown, g'day, man. Psycho hour. Psycho football, psycho soccer hour. I don't speak emoji, but looking thumbs up. Any form of therapy. Hey, why not, man? Why not? Passes the time, doesn't it? Arsene Lubin. I used to always be in the mosh pits. Oh, yeah. Last time I was in a mosh pit was like a real proper mosh pit. Was, hang on, I'm getting some, was Black Sabbath. Again, a few years ago over in Sydney, and Sydney crowds, though, they're dickheads. So there was a mosh pit, and there's like general standing area. And, because I'm an ancient person, I've got to pace myself for moshing these days. But they were playing it. They started playing a couple of the Paranoid album. And so me and my mate thought, let's go up for a mosh. And people were trying to drag us back, literally grabbing my shirt and trying to pull me. It's like, I'm going into the mosh pit. It's rock and roll, man. It's rock and roll. But I don't have the lungs for it anymore after 14 years of smoking. Maybe that's my issue. But I did get doused with water from Ozzy Osbourne's bottle. It was like being anointed. Mosh pits were brilliant, though. James Paratrooper. Anthony Hopkins is a Spurs supporter, is he? Bloody hell, because I was kind of thinking that we were a bit lean on for famous cool Spurs supporters anyway. I know Kenneth Branagh's one. He's all right, I suppose. Anthony Hopkins, all right. Hannibal Lecter, that's pretty good. The bad guy out of Free Jack. That's what I remember Anthony Hopkins from. All the chats are flying in here. Arsene Lubin. John Wayne was in some very good Western movies. I can't remember any of them. The Thin Man, was he in that one? Where he went to Ireland? That was pretty good. But I also never did like him all that much. There's something about him, wasn't there? Something about him, I don't know. George Wellpool. Okay, Saka's leg. The saga continues. As he was running, his leg kicked the goalkeeper, which he had no control over, as he explained to the ref, and claimed a penalty. Human brain experts are now baffled. I'll get my daughter to look into it. That's what she does. So, she'll be able to clue us up on stuff. Whether, a footballer's leg syndrome is a real thing or not. Phil Coys. Chance of flying in. Queens of the Stone Age in Barcelona was one and only mosh pit I've been in. Mental. No, I used to go all the time, man. I used to love it. From when I was about 16 to 22. And then, responsibility carried over for a few years. But I started going again about, 10 years ago again, something like that. It's brilliant. Good fun. We're Riders DG. We've got to watch out, man. We've got to watch out. The buttons don't work. I'll bring it back some other time. Did you play sports when you were growing up? Not really. I wasn't that sporty, man. Wasn't that sporty at all. Mark it off in your bingo card, you Sarian. I mean, I was all right at running, and I did enjoy football, but I came to football kind of late on when I was like maybe 13 or 14, by which stage everyone else had 10 years advantage on me, so I was crap. But then I got to the stage of being not so crap. But no, skiing. Actually, I was skiing. I've skied since I was a kid. Done a bit of competitive skiing as an adult, which is good fun. But nah, that's about it. Destiny 5! G'day, Paul. James Paratrooper. John Wayne was a draft dodger, was he? Was he? There's a few of them around, although I probably would as well, man. I'm not into that. I mean, I don't have to now. I don't. I mean, geez, they'd be pretty bloody desperate. We're putting every old fart with a beard who's over 50 in. Talk about cannon fodder. We Riders DG. I watched Free Jack 2 nights ago on Tubi. Yeah, Tubi's the place to be, man. I don't think Tubi's available in the UK, but I know it's in the US and it's on Australia. It's like every crap video store from the 80s. No, forget your Blockbuster and Video Easy and all that stuff. No. That was when it all became mainstream. I'm talking about before, when it was just like a news agent with a few, few Emmanuel films and then Rocky films and then on the bottom, then you had Free Jack hanging around or The Incredible Melting Man. But Tubi, man, yeah, I love Tubi. I often just watch a random film on it. I roll 3 dice, one for the genre, one for the column, and one for the row, and then I just play it. And it's a bloody lottery on Tubi, man. Destiny 5. Can someone tell me why in the game against Forest, Oibier is telling our captain son he's taking a free kick? Yeah, I wasn't happy about that. If that happens again, Paul, I'm done. What are you going to do? Well, I don't think Son will let it happen again, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, Oibier he had an all right game, but I'm still concerned about the mistakes he makes. It's like, you get 10 minutes of good and then it's like, what's he doing? So he had a good shot and he had some good passes, quick passes. So, look, I don't know. He was all right, but I want better at Spurs. I really do. Apart from that, I hope you're well, Paul. Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Arsene Lubin, most mosh pit I've ever been in local punk gigs and kind of DIY concerts. Yeah, but small ones are the best. I mean, that's what I used to go to, like little indie bands. Like who can ever remember bands like Rig? That got me in the NME, that did. Because there was a phase where me and a mate, we used to jump up on stage and dance, and bands would generally not give a shit. And security would come on and they say, nah, they're all right. And so we got a picture in the NME of me and my mate. But I've never heard of that band again. Arsene Lubin. I mean, Punk Lives, yeah. I know. That's all right. Phil Coys, you look like Forrest Gump. When he goes on that mad run with his beard. Well, I can't remember that too much because I've only seen that once. It's like, But I've been watching a few videos recently of people doing long walks about Australia, and it's piqued my interest. Not that I don't think I'll do it, but like Spurs are playing in Melbourne on the 22nd of May, and if I could have had more time off work, maybe, that'd be a long walk though. It's about 900 kilometres. I'll just drive, bugger it. But the romantic idea of it appeals to me, being a bit more, because you've got to be a bit more self-sufficient. I know a little bit about foraging and living off the land a tiny bit. I don't know really much about water gathering, which is a bit of a fatal flaw in my whole expertise. But as far as vegetation and stuff, I know a little bit. So yeah, that sort of life does appeal to me. We Riders DG, my cousin Richard Grieco, played in the movie If Looks Could Kill. Oh, it's now on Tubi TV. He was the lead actor. That film rings a bell. If Looks Could Kill. What's that one? Even though we both have Tubi, sometimes we don't have the same films. If Looks Could Kill. Film. Stars Richard Grieco. Action comedy. Stars Richard Grieco as a high school student who is mistaken for an agent and people try to kill him. Oh, it's like the man who knew too much or something like that, is it? What do people reckon? Reception. 29% on Rotten Tomatoes. 3.5 on IMDb. But Roger Ebert gave it 3 out of 4 stars. I might have a little look, man. I might have a little look. Arsene Lubin, Oibier is that good 30 minutes in him, yeah, and after that he seems like he's 1 second away from making a disastrous mistake, which worries me when he starts. Yeah, that worry. So I guess some people might be saying Oibier deserves a start against Newcastle, and I get that, but my opinion would be no, because I agree with you, man. He starts, it's just not the same, is it? It's not the same. He's all right as a sub for about 15 minutes. But then, bad things can happen. Bad things. TB just hopped on. Did I miss the debate channel update? Well, let's see how they're going. Nah, they've gone nuts now. They've gone nuts now, man. Remember last baby on me. Thank you for your support. Super chats, memberships available. Thank you very much. Phil Coys, have you seen the bloke who ran 365 days through Africa for charity? Look it up, Paul. Fair play to the guy. I haven't seen him, but I've seen. What was I watching the other day? I was watching people walking across Australia, which hasn't been done that many times, because it's a bloody long way, like from Sydney to Perth or something like that. And there's a channel in the UK, what's his name, Geo Wizard, and he does like oddball walks and challenges and things like that. I don't know, that sort of thing just tickles me. 365 days. I think to walk from Sydney to Perth, I think people generally take anywhere from about 260 days to 2 or 3 years. It requires a bit of time off to do it. Ronald M, someone finished walking the whole length of Africa. Yeah, it looked a bit like you, actually. Well, if you're not having a shave for that long, it's what's going to happen, isn't it? Luke Abraham, in class with Amy right now. Come on, you Spurs. That's right. Shh. Focus. Blue Riders. He played on this was a star. He was on 21 Jump Street as well. Bloody hell, man. Friends of the Stars. Question. Destiny 5. Are you Werner in or out? I'm on the fence at the moment. I'm on the fence. Look, the way I look at it is in the yes column, he's an upgrade on Brian Hill, that's for sure. And he's doing okay. Like, he seems to be doing the job, getting up to the byline, getting the cross in, and it's led to a few goals, which has been good. On the downside, whenever the cross comes to him, he hasn't been the other side of his defender so much. His pressing could be better. And, part of me just wants a better player. But I'm open. We've got 7 games left. You never know, man. You never know. So, look, I don't know. Look, it comes at the end of the day. If it comes to the end of the season and Ange wants him, that's good enough for me. If Ange doesn't want him, that's good enough for me too. But, you know, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I know there's a bit of a movement going about Werner, and yeah, and I'm not saying it's totally wrong either, but I just find it weird how, you know, people get so vehement about something. It's like, okay, it's one guy, you know. Arsene Nuben, Werner, in my opinion, is a great buy of 15 million. He's on a high salary though. That's the other thing that concerns me a little bit. So we'd have to keep paying him that much. I think he's on a reasonably high salary. Great buy, 15 million. He could be. But you know, I'm more worried about bums on seats in the squad. So you got, you know, a squad of 25. Is that going to just take up a place? You know, if he's around for years, is it going to just stink up the joint or not? That's the worry I have about him. That's, you know, I don't know. I mean, he's cheap, which could mean he's a real bargain, or it could be a waste of money, even if it's only 15 million, and it stops us upgrading that position. So, you know, time will tell, man. Time will tell. Early days yet. I mean, it could be like, I mean, if he scores a few goals by the end of the season and we sign him and then, you know, he gets recalled for Germany and has a great Euros, then we might be thinking, bloody hell, that's all right. And like, I quite like his personality. If I spill some water on my arse? No. My arse just went cold there. Maybe there's an anal poltergeist or something. I don't know. He seems like a nice guy, so right character, which is an important thing. Yasari and Werner is a Tottenham Hotspur squad player. I back my team. Yeah. I look at the moment. Yeah, I mean, he's here, isn't he? He's here, so I want him to do well, of course. And he was, you know, he's shown to be a bit of a pest. In Ange we trust, yeah, that's what it comes down to. I mean, what do I bloody know? I'm just some twat on the internet. If we buy him, then we're buying. Look, if we buy him, then we're buying him for a reason. And Ange has got to say so, and I'm all for it. Then, you know. TB, not seeing Skip, Dyer or Davies the past couple of months is a positive sign. We're getting stronger. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, Skip isn't making the bench even at the moment, which I like. I like. Dyer's gone to Bayern. Apparently, he's playing the best football of his life, and he can't stop talking about fucking Tottenham. Stop talking about Tottenham. We do not concern you anymore, Herr Dyer. Herr Dyer? Speaking English in a German accent. We are getting stronger, yeah. We saw that against Forest, didn't we? You know, the subs coming off made a difference. And they were good substitutions. Good substitutions. It's much better than like last year where, you know, I keep going on about the AC Milan game. How are we going to change this game? Oh, we're going to bring on Davis and Sanchez. It's like, oh, God, we're 1-0 down, mate. We're 1-0 down and we're parking the bus and we're bringing on Davis and Sanchez. I know I'm just some silly twat on the internet, Conte, but I mean, James Paratrooper, I'm really psyched for next season. We're going to win it all. Well, that's what Ange wants to do. I'm excited about it. I'm enjoying this season. I really am, man. I'm having a lot of fun watching the games. Even when things aren't going so well, at least I can see what we're trying to do. And some of the times we actually do it. So I'm having a ball watching it. Good fun. Destiny 5, you're right. He is on 185 a week. Wow, that's a lot. Hey, surely I'm worth like 5. I mean, I could take a corner, maybe. I couldn't take a throw on. Rubbish at throw-ons. Maybe one corner for $5,000 a week. That'd be all right. I'll be better than Ryan Sessegnon at the moment. Maybe that's it. I'll just sign up and then, I've sprained my taint, gaffer. I can't run. He's not worth more than 80. Well, who knows, man? That's the thing. I mean, that's the thing. We'll see what happens towards the end of the season, and how much money we've got. One thing I was thinking about those financial results. No, I'll get bogged down in financial stuff. I'll keep it brief. Those financial results that came out recently where we lost £86 million. I realised that was also for last season. So on the upside, there was Champions League money in there, but on the downside, we were crap. And I can't see many fans, and there was a lot of fans pissed off with the club, including me, but also people over there. And when you go in and watch Tottenham and going to matches and you're seeing that just shit show in front of you, you're not going to put your hand in your pocket. Whereas I think this season, because it's been fun, I'm sure our revenue's gone up. Whether it's gone up by the Champions League or not, I don't know. But I think it just shows the club's being financially mismanaged at the moment. I don't know how the bloody hell they're losing money, idiots. But then what do you do about it? I don't know. Liam Hennessy, is it just me? Or does Ange look really fed up in presses recently? Surely he should be smiling a bit at least. No, I think I've always seen him do it where... and I'm doing it now, but then I'm not looking at a human being. It's a camera. So, I don't feel much compunction to do that sometimes. But I know Ange, he'll look at someone when someone's talking, but when he's talking himself, he's often looking down. I don't know. Look, I think part of it, part of the grunt may be he keeps on getting asked about top four all the time. And he said time and time again, he doesn't give a shit about top four. But I think Ange does like doing the press conferences because, and he said this, that it gives him a chance to talk to fans. He's not really talking to the newspaper reporters. He's talking to us, and he's always done that. So I know he does smile from time to time, man, Yes, sir, and cold, sounds like a change of life symptom. Already? Bloody hell, man. Couldn't come too soon. Dave T. Hey-oh. He's just popping in. Hello, man. James Paratrooper Sonny needs a pay rise. Well, I don't know what he's on, whether he's up for negotiating a new contract. But, Destiny 5. Paul, you need to stop vaping, else that cough won't get better. Well, there you go, eh? Thanks for the advice. I will file that along with all the other bits of advice I get from people. TB. When does Werner's contract expire? It's I don't know. Well, I don't. We've got an option to buy at the end of the season, but I don't know what the terms of that are. So who knows, man? I'll keep him as a bench option for a year. Yeah, maybe. We'll see what unfolds, man. We'll see what unfolds. Like I say, I think there's pros and cons to it. Daniel E, bringing Sanchez on when we're 1-0 down in a two-legged Champions League is criminal. And the thing that's criminal about that game was they brought on Steve Perryman at half-time. I don't know. Well, I do know how that guy felt because I talked to him about it. And he said that match, the fans were up for it for about the first 10 minutes. Because he could see that then he could see the players weren't up for it and the fans just went quiet. And then Steve Perryman comes on at half-time, and this is the guy that in 1972 against AC Milan scored 2 ricocheting shots. I mean, even though Steve Perryman scored at least 1 goal every season that he was with Tottenham, he wasn't like prolific. I think he might have actually got about 50 goals, between 30 and 50. It's not a bad turnaround for where he's specific. But he scored 2 banging goals to send Tottenham into the final of the UEFA Cup that year, which we won. So you wheel him in at half time in the middle of that shit show. It was how far have we fallen? James Paratrooper, Sonny is the glue that's holding this team together. We have a team, not a group of individuals. I'm sure he's not the only one, man. Look, he's a big part of it. I'm not trying to downgrade him, but I think there's a good camaraderie in there, and I think Sonny is a good captain. I think he's a good, fantastic captain. I do enjoy it. Arsene Lubin, our revenue has probably gone up if we judge by the attendance. Weren't we selling out last year? I think it's more, you know, I'm saying people are happier. They're going to spend more money, beer, shirts, all that sort of stuff, memberships. I'm a Spurs member. I got that just to make sure I got a ticket for the Melbourne game. And I'm going to contact Tottenham Hotspur, see if I can have a chat with the boys. Probably not, but bugger it. If you don't ask the question, you won't know, will you? TB, 100% right. Ange just gets tired of the top four question. I know, because it's the same. They try and word it in a different way. Just move on, Fleet Street meathead hacks. The answer's going to be the same. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about top four. It's like, so what? So if we were, say, I don't know, say, let's just say maybe 4 points clear of Villa at the moment, with a game in hand, but you know, so we weren't in the title race, but we were clear of Villa. I mean, does that imply, no, we can take our foot off the gas a little bit now, boys? And Spurs have done that a little bit in years gone by, I think. But no, we're not doing that. We're going to keep fighting until the end. Tot Spurs. Hello, Paul. Spurs and Liverpool are both showing an interest in Tosin Adarabioyo. The 26-year-old defender is currently playing for Fulham. Oh, Adarabioyo. But his contract runs out at the end of the summer. Yeah, I mean, he's all right, isn't he? I don't know. We're going to get, I don't know. Maybe Matt, who did I see talking about Matt O'Reilly? I know someone in my chat said it, but it was another YouTuber. Was it Henry Wright? Might have been Henry Wright. I don't know. But I found it, whoever it was, I found it interesting that someone's keeping an eye on Celtic, you know, because there's probably going to be a few players coming out there. I don't know if they're you know, up to the standard of Spurs, but you never know, man. Destiny 5, Ten Hag has aged so much since he took Man United's job. The poison chalice. Let's hope. I'm hoping that he buggers off and they get Gareth Southgate in. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Oh, I'd love it. Manchester United. I did a video a while ago, which bugger all people watch, but my hypothesis is that Gareth Southgate being hired at Manchester United will eventually bring about world peace and harmony. Because at the moment, we all tend to, well, not we all, generally people think that billionaires and rich people must be a bit smart. But if Jim Radcliffe hires Gareth Southgate, I think that will dispel that forever. Anytime any rich person tells you what to do, they might be as charismatic, they might have a silly haircut, they usually do, and your compunction would be to obey, but then you've got the doubt in your head. But Radcliffe hired Southgate. That's where the revolution starts, brothers and sisters, and that's it. That's it. World harmony. So it all starts with England winning the Euros, jammily, and then Southgate will bugger off up to Man United. It'd be fantastic. Woo Riders DG, have a great evening or day. Got to get kiddos. No worries, man. Thanks for popping in. 9 p.m. here. Good night. Good night. It's good night from him. Daniel Lee. O'Reilly is good. I'm from Milton Keynes as well. Oh, is he from Milton Keynes? Okay. And he's at MK Dons. Okay. Miles clear in quality. He was as well. Yeah. But it's not like you never get good players out of Scottish football. Virgil van Dijk, you know. So if you're good enough, you're good enough. Arsene Lubin, Southgate to United would be the absolute funniest shit ever. Oh, man, it would be so good, wouldn't it? It would be just, it'd just be beautiful, wouldn't it? Beautiful. And I mean, Man United fans, you can see they're not happy about it already, but, you know, billionaires don't care about what plebs think anyway. I'm sure if Jim Ratcliffe thinks that Southgate's the guy, then that's it. I think Ten Hag's going to go at the end of the season, isn't it? Because, you know, you get a change of ownership and they always want to sort of sweep away what was there before them because they've just got egos the size of the moon. Destiny 5. Jim has made a mess of Nice. The French club he owns. Is that right, man? How long has he owned that? Has he owned it a while? And it's the thing, like, look, this is the thing that frustrates me about football and kind of Spurs as well. Like, you know, I don't like Levy or Enoch, but the only way they go is if something else gives them billions. So they walk away with billions. Billions. Oh, we won. We got Levy out and he's walking off. And then the new owners that have had to fork out billions for Tottenham Hotspur, what, they're not going to do an Abramovich, are they? They're going to want that money back. And that comes from us. So it's all shit. I want the Premier League bubble to burst. That's what I want. TB, rich people have funny haircuts. Well, yeah, generally, rich people, dictators, despots, they all have stupid haircuts, don't they? All of them. Classic, that's what I'm here for, that's it. They're idiots. They're buffoons. They're idiots. We're such sheep. We're such sheep. Arsenal Luben, quite a few of these billionaire owners are bad usually. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially when they somehow decide they should be the ones making decisions. That's it, because they always think they know better, don't they? I mean, we're going to sell Tottenham to Elon Musk, are we? Bloody hell, man. Remember, 8th of August is his latest date that he set for robo-taxis to come in. Robo-taxis. Self-driving cars. What a load of bollocks that is. Never happened. Never. Daniel Lee started at Fulham, O'Reilly. Okay, well then there you go. He's been up there. Oh, we've done nearly an hour. Look at that. That's nice, isn't it? Now, let me have a look here. I'm just going to have a look and see who's live. Oh, I can't click the right thing because I'm a... The way YouTube does this, it's so... I mean, I know, like, I'm a techno twat, but, you know, they could make it a bit easier to just kick people off to another channel when you pull up stumps, eh? Redirect. Anyone live? No. No, of course not. No. Oh, well. No one's... Oh, we've got some more chat. I'll hang around a bit. Daniel Lee, could you imagine us owned by Elon Musk? Screw it, I'm here for the context. I mean, I have to watch football like this and close my ears to all that as much as it is without that twat. Con man. He'll be bust in 4 years. That's all right. George, Paul, there's a perk from buying Tottenham. You get a hotel thrown in. See, that's the thing. It's almost like a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, we can't invest in the team because we're building a hotel. When we've built the hotel, then we'll be able to invest in the team. It just goes on, and then it'll be, now we're building an airport. It's far out. Stop. Tot Spurs. Paul, did you see the overlap interview between Neville and Dyer? No, I don't really watch the overlap much because it's sponsored by a gambling company. I ain't going to give him any heed, but I've heard about it. I've seen clippings of it. Eric Dyer reveals Ange Postecoglou does no tactical work in training. I know. Brilliant. Brilliant. No tactical work. Well, when he was playing, because he was saying that Conte, it was drilled into them, we were crap. So, sod tactics. Yeah, I know Eric Dyer just can't shut up about Tottenham. Sod off, mate. Giannis Rubelis. G'day, man. Another member of Hotspur Hippie Commune. Super Jones members as well. Big up, Paul. We've been on the Matildas versus Mexico stream. We're up 2-0. Ah, great. Great. I did try and give it a go, but everything crapped itself. That's good. Arsene Wenger. I remember hearing how Jeff Bezos would be good for Tottenham if he... I wouldn't want another bald billionaire owning my club. Yeah, they just... I like what Jesse Ventura said about billionaires. He said there shouldn't be such thing as a billionaire in the world because no one works that hard enough to deserve it. And he's right. Yo, sorry, and that coming from Dyer, the tactical genius. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is, isn't he? I'll put my hands behind... Yeah. I'll put my hands behind my back and keep 5 metres distance from the player I'm defending against. Brilliant, yeah. Like he's relevant. TB got into the EPL 2 years ago and chose Spurs last year. Wait, last year was fun. This year is... You had fun last year? Oh, bloody hell, man. All right. You're easily pleased. Welcome aboard. Last year, man, was... That was one of the most horrible seasons I can remember. For a long time, actually. When we were like not so good in the, mid to late 90s, mid 90s, at least we still tried playing football. But last year was terrible. But if you liked it, well, man, you're going to, no wonder you're having fun this year, man. It's only going to get better. Hashtag dumb American. No, there's none of that, man. None of that. A Spurs fan is a Spurs fan. That's it. Daniel E. We can't sign a new striker. We need the money for nice fancy pillows for the hotel. Yeah, and some complimentary mints. And a helipad on top. I mean, a luxury hotel in Tottenham. Hey, look, Yeah, we need an airport. Well, the trains are always on strike, aren't they, George? So how's your average man in the street gonna get their private jet to watch a game of football? Because that's the sort of person that goes to football these days, isn't it? We need our own airspace. Block it all off. Put a big black square on it on Google Earth so that no one can penetrate the secrecy and see us training and all that. Daniel Lee, yeah, last year, man. Oh, man, last year it was before I started my channel, so I was on Irish Hotspur doing build-ups and things quite a lot, and it was so hard, man. It was so hard getting up at silly hours, and then to be fair to all of us, we kind of would pump ourselves up and get excited for the game every bloody week. By the time the whistle went, we were a bit excited, and then within 5 minutes, it's a like that. TB, maybe I had fun watching the fans go crazy. Oh, well. This year, man. This is more like Tottenham this year. We're nearly there. We're getting closer. To what we can be. Whoops. Arsene Lubin. Also, apparently, Napoli want Kulu. I don't know what to think about that. I'd sell him if we get a decent offer. Except that if we manage to get Kvaratskhelia out of that deal, yeah, that'd be all right. I don't know who he is, but Kulu. I like Kulu, but I wouldn't have actually taken the permanent option. And that was before Ange started as well. So I don't know if he would have had any say in that. You're sorry. Every room will need a fridge for the complimentary mints, yeah. Oh, dear. I mean, you've not been to Tottenham, have you? Sorry. I mean, I hear it's been a bit gentrified and poshed up, but... Hey, honey, where are we going to go for holiday this year? Oh, we're gonna go to London, England. I see the luxury hotel, Tottenham. And they get here and what the fuck? What? Just stay in the hotel by the heated swimming pool and sauna all day and spa. Not that I'm saying it's, look, I'm not, sorry, I don't mean to disparage Tottenham. I love Tottenham. It's just not the luxury cup of tea. I don't like luxury, so that's why I think it's all right. Liam Hennessy, you'll need to afford a private jet to get season tickets soon. Yeah, probably airport thing could work. I think so. The super executive option for, I don't know, 50 grand a year. 50 grand a year, you can get a flight from anywhere in the southeast of England to Tottenham and go and watch the game. Maybe the hydraulic pitch before, you know, like a couple of hours before the game, you get zzz, and it's a helipad, just loads of H's all over it, and all the posh people come in and land. And then there's a secret lever you pull and it all plummets into the Dante's Inferno. Daniel E. The fact last season we had 3 different managers. That's the sort of thing that happens to teams who are fighting relegation usually. I know, man. I know. And, yeah. I think Ryan Mason, under the circumstances, did an okay job. Oh, you know, I'm not saying fantastic or anything like that, but I think, you know, he did all right. He did okay. Better than Stellini and Conte. George, Paul, can you imagine one day you could be flying over and leave you? Don't. I'd rather swim, take my chances with the Sharks. Daniel E. Not exactly. Oh, God, there is airline. Oh, Tottenham Air. Spurs Air. Oh. Daniel E. Not exactly the nice area, is it, Tottenham? It's just the fact. No, but it's got character. I like it. I used to like Tottenham. I still would. I like, you know, I'm not a snob about places like that. So people are usually cool in places. I know from Sydney, the so-called not so good areas, I never have a problem. People are cool. Much more so than the posh areas where they're just a rude bunch of shits. Yusarian, my workmate pronounces it Tottenham, regardless of how many times I correct him. Well, you know, he's in fairly good company because Aussie ideally called it Tottingham. So, you know, if it's good enough for Aussie, good enough for someone else. TB neighbour flew over from Boston to the game versus Forest. Oh, right. Woke up to alerts of a stabbing outside the stadium. I saw the news of that. I don't know what's going on in England at the moment or London. That can happen anywhere, man. Like when I lived in London, I was mugged three times. 3 times, yeah. One of those times I was put in a hospital, and that wasn't in bad areas or anything like that. It was just shit luck, you know. So it's I don't know. Poverty is the real bloody cause of all this shit, you know. Levier, we'll take more care of you. Fly slaphead. All right, folks. There we go. It's time for me to pull up stumps. I can't switch that off because yeah, well, I'll have to do it this way because my buttons aren't working after everything crapped itself. Anyway, folks, look. It's been a fun impromptu stream. Will I be back this evening? I don't know. Tomorrow morning? Who knows, man? Who knows? But thanks for everyone that's been in the comments. Kept it all going for a while. And thanks for watching. If you've clicked like and subscribe, thank you very much. Hey, if you haven't, what am I going to do? Tell you off? You've watched anyway, so that's cool. And if you've watched afterwards, thank you very much. I hope it's past some of your day, man. Distracted you away from 2024 and all that, all that hubbub. All right, man. Till next time, folks, peace and love, and come on, you Spurs!